How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the Great Ace Attorney Resolve Blind.
Oh my god.
So, last time, honestly, it's been a while since we last played.
Alright.
But we're going to be cross-examining these two and listening to their testimony.
Oh, and we were definitely like, yeah, this chick is evil.
Probably. Oh, damn. I'm proud to be the company's East End branch investigator and meter money collection agent.
You're the worst.
Altamont gas meters, except through penny bits. What? Each coin giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas.
Thruppeny.
Thruppeny.
And yet, the meter in Mr. Shakespeare's room didn't have a single coin in it. The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent only has the key. I don't know why I read that way.
Somehow, he's using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. That's not thieving. What is? You can turn it up a little bit more. This tastes delicious.
I wish this was your blood.
Pray forget the discourtesy. The irrelevance of the testimony caused me to turn my hallowed chalice. What do you mean by that remark, Lord Van Zieks?
What's a chalice?
Did the mustachioed Nipponese poison the gangly excuse for an actor, or didn't he? That is all that should concern this court. And yet, now we must listen to this abhorrence.
What'd you call me?
Whore. Clearly, what separates the vast British Empire and your eastern island nation is more than geographical distance.
Ooh, sick burn!
You're an ass.
You're an ass.
This could turn out to be crucial testimony. The cross-examination must go ahead.
Nuh-uh.
Ow, what the hell? Do what you will.
Lord Van Zieks
Shut up.
appears to be in a violent mood,
I'll give
and he
violent
totally
with you.
just wasted that whole bottle of wine.
Yes, he does.
And yes, he did.
And he will. An attempted poisoning and an incidence of gas theft with no supporting evidence. It's true that they would appear completely unrelated at first glance. But I wonder, truth tends to be buried in the most unusual places.
Like my backyard.
And the first step in uncovering it will be to establish just who and what this man really is. I'm just a guy.
I'm just a guy.
You're going to lose.
The Altamont?
The
All right,
ultimate
press
gas
it all.
company's investigation.
Damn, we have one life.
Oh.
We suck.
Alright, I'm proud to be the company's East End branch investigator and meter money collection agency. What about that?
Dun, dun, dun. So does that mean you enter people's houses in order to empty their gas meters? You just walk in? That I do.
Just let myself in?
I have to try and catch people when they're in. And then I ask permission to come inside and do my business. If they say no, I kill them. Does that mean you've been to Mr. Natsume's room before, as well as that of Mr. Shakespeare?
Does that mean you're a serial murderer?
Well, now, interesting you should bring that up. Because I couldn't believe how little money was in his meter. I mean, how the pair of them survived the winter is beyond me. It really is.
Knowing Mr. Natsume, he probably spends all his gas money on books.
Dumbass. And then when he's finished reading them, he probably burns them for warmth. You will kindly reiterate your statement about the gas meters themselves, Mr. Meterman.
No, I don't think I will.
As you wish.
I don't think I will, Judge.
Multiple gas meters accept through penny bits and Bitcoin.
Alright, la.
So all London houses that have a gas supply are fitted with these gas meters, are they?
They're the latest model, the height of technology developed by our company, Altamont Gas.
Ass.
Altamont Toot and Fart. and anyone who uses our gas will have one of these meters in their property, yes.
So if a 3-pence coin gives 2 hours of gas, most people will use about 3 coins a night.
I don't remember what voice I gave her.
I'm having trouble placing his.
Yeah.
If it won't, not usually. If they both have gas lights and a gas stove, that is. Thinking about it, Sosuke-san doesn't have a fireplace in that room of his, does he? What the flip?
You're a bitch. Some people still choose to use candles, of course, and only have gas for heating.
You're a butthole. Yes, I do remember seeing candles in Mr. Natsume's room, actually.
And how does the money in the meter get back to you at the gas company?
It floats to us.
Every 3 days, gasmen like me visit properties on the gas supply and empty the meters of coins.
I must say the design and manufacture of the new meter cost the company an awful lot of money. Not me though, I'm rich.
No.
But happily it did put a stop to people not paying their dues, for the most part.
Because they have to pay in advance, you mean?
Why do you sound like that? Yes, exactly right.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
And yet the meter in Mr. Shakespeare's room didn't have a single coin in it. What do you mean by that?
You look like a bee. Out
You
of
look like a
interest,
bee.
how long has this been going on? Weeks and weeks. He's been pinching the gas off us for ages. Pinching my cheeks. And you examined the meter in Mr. Shakespeare's room, I take it.
Naturally, we took it off the wall and went over it with a fine-tooth comb.
And found nothing suspicious at all, I presume. What a fucking waste of my life.
No, I'm afraid we didn't. Which is exactly why I demanded a new type of meter to be produced. One with an indestructible lock. The Shakespeare Special.
That sounds like it would have cost an awful lot of 3 penny pieces.
I'll show you a Shakespeare Special. But even after all of that, the rascal's meter was still empty.
I'll never forget the humiliation. I haven't opened the money box. I found it here. Bear. You what? I said. You what?
Oh, he's scary looking.
Look at his face. Smarmy smile of his. I'll
Smarmy.
beat his ass. I pulled the meter straight off the wall and took it back to the office. But you know what? Nothing. Not a trace of it being jemmied open anywhere.
Calm
Not a
down.
single sign. And what's happening to my salary as a result? Down by 3 shillings a day, that's what. A life-threatening situation, in a number of ways. You're gonna kill yourself, dude. Incidentally, what became of that meter? Nothing became of it. I've still got it. Oh. Oh,
Oh, I'm completely normal now.
right here. No wonder they call you Meterman. I think it would be prudent for the court to sequence the site while the trial is still ongoing. Alright, have it.
Give me that.
A meter that dispenses gas at a set time after a coin is inserted and supports very strong lock developed, especially with Mr. Shakespeare in mind. Interesting. Definitely. Although, at first glance, there doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it.
I mean, I guess.
Let's move this along, shall we?
Shut up.
Continue with your testimony. Though I would say it has as much value as the contents of that meter. Oof.
Oof.
You
The
get a
meter
boss.
doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though the collection against the agent only. Oop, fuck. What do you mean by that?
There's only one key for all of your meters?
Well, in truth, there's another key in the company vault at our main office, but no one ever goes in there. But even if someone had somehow managed to get a hold of the key, we'd know if the coin box had opened.
Oh? How?
Because I'm psychic. I came up with a rather clever way to expose any little shenanigans, as it happens.
Would you care to explain?
I have an automatic gun.
Well now, in order to empty a meter, you have to unlock the padlock and remove the cover. But when I close the cover again, I stick a little beeswax on it, you see? Ha ha. A seal? Like the sort of thing you put on an envelope, you mean? Something like that, yes. Basically, you can't remove the cover again without breaking the seal. Break your
No.
nose.
Okay. In the case that Mr. Shakespeare's meter, there were no coins inside at all, as I said.
Well, the seal hasn't been broken either. So that means he didn't use it. So that would mean Mr. Shakespeare somehow managed to steal coins from inside the meter without opening it.
Why does he look like that?
It would seem so, but that would be impossible.
Impossible. Somehow he's using all the flaming fucking gas what he fucking wants without paying a fucking penny.
Fuck!
Mr. Meterman, watch your freaking mouth in my court.
Hold your freaking mouth.
How do you know he's been using the gas, though? Well, now, since I started investigating this bloke, I've been in the room more times than I can count. And on every single occasion, his lamp's been blazing and his stove pounding. It's the middle of winter, and he still turns to me, sweat dripping down his cheeks, and says, "Get thee to a nunnery."
Yes!
Hamlet, indeed. Ugh, I can read the bloke's neck. I get all hot under the collar, but still. Every time I open up that flaming meter, it's empty. He's robbed me of my salary too. What's wrong with the world? Where's the justice? I'm gonna kill him.
But how can Mr. Shamspeare possibly be stealing the money? I don't understand.
The simple explanation is right before your frickin' eyes. What? A toast to you eventually realizing that the gasman could be an accomplice. You what?
You what?
Good lord. Eminently plausible indeed.
I'm going to stab you with my umbrella. Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, please, Lady Quimby. I'm a faithful worker. And besides, if the money is gasman collector to tally up on how much the gas has been used, you talk, I'll pay by the same amount.
So you'd be stealing money only to have the same amount be taken from your wages.
Clearly that makes no sense.
Perhaps it's a case of losing the battle to win the war.
No, no, no. I'm not going to stir up the hornet's nest. If I were stealing from a company, I'd be finished. It would seem there was no evidence to support the claims of thievery made against the victim, because Mr. William Shamspeare is innocent. Pray forgive me if that shatters some illusion my learned lady's friend was clearly under.
You're an ass. I certainly didn't expect to uncover another crime that looks like it's been taking place in the very same room.
According to the testimony, it's only the meter in Mr. Shamspeare's room that's under suspicion. It does seem as though perhaps it has nothing to do with the incident involving Mr. Natsume.
I know, it does seem that way. But the fact is, since I've been practicing law in England, I feel like I've encountered this at least once already. Cases that are interlinked.
Oh,
It might seem that two cases have nothing to do with one another at first, but in fact, they're intimately connected.
yes, we have experienced that before, haven't we? I wonder if this is another instance?
Perhaps, but we can't be sure of that yet.
What does that mean?
Huh.
What case could this possibly be linked to? I'm trying to think.
If the Ultimate Gas Company has been investigating Mr. Shamspeare so earnestly, there must be something to it. But then how has he been managing to steal their gas?
Alright, so we definitely gotta present something.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm proud to be the company's E10 branch. The pride doesn't have to be that. Ultimate gas meters accept 3 penny bits. Each coin given customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas.
Alright, well what do we have, by the way? Armband, second-hand book receipt. Mr. Natsume, the sum of 2 shillings tendered in the receipt of all of these books.
Okay.
On February 17th, 4:45 p.m.
Street map.
Your books. Pair of teacups. Is there I'm just gonna look at everything. I don't even care. Is there like anything randomly written on here? No.
So right now they're arguing that Mr. Shamspeare is the one stealing
Yeah.
gas, but they can't figure out how. Whatever that is.
It's a torn piece of envelope.
Maybe examine it.
Whoever opened this envelope really didn't bother with a letter opener or scissors, did they?
Yes, whoever opened it was clearly someone with an unrefined temperament. And judging from the angle of the rip here, the person in question must have been right-handed.
Miss Susato? I think perhaps someone's been reading too much in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
You can never read too much of it, Mr. Naruhodo, never!
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Alright.
Alright,
So they were right-handed. And we got a bar of soap, crime scene photograph, right hand. Oh! Oh, never mind. This doesn't have the green thing on it, by the way. The one that we have right now has a green thing. I think that's the beeswax.
Oh, probably is, yeah. Might as well examine it.
That's a very sturdy looking padlock, isn't it?
And the money box is sealed with beeswax, too.
So if Mr. Sholmes were to get up to any mischief, he'd have found out immediately.
Mr. Naruhodo! Mischief of that kind is not the sort of thing that Mr. Sholmes would...
know you didn't finish that sentence, don't you?
Well, anyways, it's understandable that the gas company would want to safeguard the money that's rightfully theirs.
But it does feel a little over the top, perhaps, doesn't it?
Okay. Well, so this is clearly not the one that was in his room. They swapped it.
Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, what's...
Have you spotted something, Mr. Naruhodo?
It's just here. There's a little hole. Do you see?
Goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed.
It's not a very neat hole, is it? Not professionally made, I'd say.
So, you think it might have been opened up by Mr. Shamspear?
Possibly. It seems the people at Altamont Gas must have missed it.
How?
Yeah, really.
Well, it certainly seems to go all the way through into the inside.
Yes. But there's no way a coin could fit through there.
That's true, but even so, it seems more than a little suspicious.
Okay.
Alright.
The meter.
There's a tiny hole in the base. Alright, well the hole definitely has something to do with the theft, probably.
Objection!
Are you an idiot?
Lady
Or an
Altamont, I'm afraid to say you're a dumbass. That this meter clearly does not show clearly does show signs of having been tampered with.
idiot? Ignore this hole. What?
What? Get away! Up and over that thing. Clearly not.
Also, like,
Did you turn it upside down?
Yeah, did you look at it? Because, like...
I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it. Oh my god. In that case, what do you have to say about the small hole that's been made at the base of the coin box? Oh, what? Oh.
You're right. You're quite right. There is a little hole there. The meters aren't supposed to have that. None of the others do.
In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shamspear secretly opened up this hole himself.
Yes, I wouldn't be at all surprised, but why?
Yeah, why? I mean, it's tiny. You gotta get a farthing through that. Lady Altamont,
No.
I wonder if you could give the court some more details about your meter design.
What sort of details?
Well, what I'd specifically like to know is how it's dismantled or how it, whatever that other option was. How can the meter be dismantled?
What was the other? It's not gonna show us.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's not gonna show us. Fuck. Dismantled.
Yes, given that there are no signs of it having been forced. I'm wondering if perhaps, rather than being broken open, it might have been taken apart.
Well, yes, that does make some sense. Did you... Oh, I thought she just broke that. The padlocks are made by a first-class locksmith from the finest quality steel, and the meter box itself is made from plate steel as well, welded shut to ensure that it can't be opened again. Except for some reason they can fucking shove a hole in it. I can assure you it's quite impossible to dismantle it.
Woohoo! Yeah, nothing like some Altamont meter. No coins, no gas, no nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, well, the witness will amend her formal testimony with that information in case and is pertinent.
As you wish, my lord.
All joints on the meter are welded shut, and the lock is made from solid steel. There's no way to dismantle it. Well, I guess we'll press that first.
Hold it!
Has anyone ever tried? Oh yeah, they tried. And they've all given up for long.
After all, if they actually broke the meter, the company would be able to take legal action.
Yes, that makes sense.
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Is it welded steel construction significant? Oh, is it? Or perhaps there's some other aspect of the meter's construction that we should be focusing on.
Yeah, you may be right. Perhaps I should try a different tack here. Like asking how the meter differentiates coins, for example. So that was the other one.
Okay.
The other choice, I guess.
Like asking them how the meter differs. I guess we can delve deeper.
Yeah. How does the meter tell the difference between different coins?
put too much in my mouth. What do you mean?
Well, for example, if someone were to put in 1 penny coin, that wouldn't work presumably, would it?
No, of course not.
So, well, how does the meter know that the coin it's been fed is a through penny bit?
Oh, I see what you're getting at now. The meter tells coins apart by their shape and size, which includes their thickness.
Alright, well, I already know exactly how this is gonna go.
A through penny bit is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, you see. Other coins just won't fit.
He definitely, like, put something in there that wasn't a
Yeah.
coin. I see. It's clearly been very well thought out. You know
Not
what?
really.
Alright, here's my prediction. My prediction is that there was a circular indent inside of the bar of soap. He probably cut that out, put that in the slot, and then made the hole, and then melted the soap, which poured onto the floor, and that's why there's that puddle on the floor below the box.
But what about the hole?
He made that hole on purpose, so he could drain it.
Oh, drain the soap?
Yeah.
Oh,
He cut out a coin, roughly. He cut out a piece of the soap, roughly the size of the coin,
Mm-hmm.
stuck it in there, and then once it was in there, he poked a hole in. After it was, like, I guess, checked by the machine, and then he heated it up, which melted through, and then it spilled on the floor. The witness will amend her fucking testimony.
Oh, as you wish, my lord.
So that's my prediction.
My thing is, though, why did he feel the need to drain it?
Because if they check the lock or like the coin box and they find soap in there,
Oh.
so I probably go. There's probably something to present on that statement.
Alright, nothing else will fit. What about this?
Yeah, I think it would be the soap.
Objection!
Fuck. I guess I'm getting ahead of myself.
You've lost our only light!
I think it should probably start you at this testimony.
Yeah, my
There are
lord.
clearly grounds for being suspicious of that last statement.
Soap!
No. What?
No.
Well, you know, I was just playing devil's advocate, you know? Well, I think you should get the fuck out. Yes, you do appear to have something of the devil in you. Bye.
The devil in you. Get out of my courtroom.
Thank you, counsel. That will do. Fuck off. I'm going to the queen. I shall kill you. By the way, the jury says no.
Guilty!
guilty.
Guilty!
I don't know. I skipped through everything because I thought it was gonna be the same, but I don't know if we've died yet at this point, so I just had to commit to it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna pronounce it guilty. Damn!
Damn, the quickest end game ever.
I applaud the jurors for doing their civic duty. And thank you. Goodbye. That is all. Court is adjourned. Damn it.
Not today. What the fuck?
Retry from this scene.
Return to title screen.
Give me my wife back. We just need to figure out why. So design for coins the exact diameter. Fucking. But conversely, then, it would seem that anything matching a 3-pence coin exactly in terms of diameter and thickness could equally well be used. Would that be true?
Well, yes, in a way. The weight comes into it to a certain extent as well.
We thought of that though. Anyway, if I find any fake coins inside the coin box when I empty the meter, contract says the customer has to pay 100 times the amount they did order as a fine. We live for moments like that, Auntie Aspen do. Live for them, ha ha ha. It would seem the gas company has thought of everything. Woo, hurrah for gas, hurrah for cash. Ultimate all the way.
That's quite enough of that.
Remind me, how big are the 3-penny bits?
About 3/4 of an inch across.
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Is this 2 centimeters measurement significant or not? Or perhaps there's some other aspect of the meter's construction that we should be focusing
No,
on.
it definitely has to do with how big it is. No. Nah, leave it. Alright. Goals.
They can't be manipulated.
Alright, so go back to that statement and see what we should present.
Oops.
Yeah, examine that. Look, this bar of soap. There's a circular depression on this side, about 2 centimeters across.
Or 3/4 of an inch. Ah, do you think?
We did find the soap at the scene, didn't we?
Yes. Yes, there were 2 bars on that little ledge just outside the window. So we took this one. But I'm sure that was when we first found it. There was some sort of reddish medallion in the middle there. I remember it clearly.
Yes, but there's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone?
In the mouth of Shamspear.
Ah, okay, there we go. That's so we were supposed to present the soap. It's just we did it too early.
Alright.
We got you now.
Oops. What about this?
Objection.
Let me just confirm something here.
Let me get this straight.
If the diameter and the thickness would be correct, you would get scammed. The meter would accept any object as if it were the through penny bit. Is that correct?
Is that right? Right. Yes, that is correct.
Well, by something of a coincidence, while
Of
we
a
were
coin incident?
investigating Mr. Shamspear's room, we found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly.
Something the same size as the threepenny bit. What was it?
My balls.
Ew.
This item in question is this.
Looks like he's like holding it with his like fingers.
Whoa. Have you been inhaling gas? There's a bar of soap, you dumbass.
It certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say. Are you dumb?
Looks like I have to point out exactly what I mean here.
I mean,
What's so
this.
important about the soap is this part here. Why do we have to present this when we had to investigate this indent?
I don't know.
Find a little round impression in the middle of the soap.
Yes, it's a perfect circle. And I would say almost 3/4 of an inch in diameter.
Rather like something else we've been talking about recently, in fact.
Mr. Naruhodo, it's this part of the soap you need to show to the court.
You guys aren't even showing them yet? This is these two talking
Like, this
about
is
it?
incredibly obvious. I feel like it's kind of weird that they're giving us a prompt to present it.
Why
unless
did
you
we just have to
click it.
present that 3 times?
You already clicked this. You need
Yeah,
to present
but
it.
why are they
You keep
having...
examining it.
Oh,
You have to
my
hit
bad.
X, not A.
Got it.
Stupid. You have to turn over the soap to see what I mean.
Are you referring to that round depression in the middle of the soap there?
That's right. Left. A depression. That's
Yeah, that's me, a
approximately
depression.
3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or in other words, almost exactly the same size as a threepenny bit. Got him. Get away. I'm not even close.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even near you.
Does anyone here present have in their possession a threepenny bit? Quickly now. Hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen. To me.
I'm mugging you.
It sounds rather like a highway robbery, doesn't it?
If you're ordered by the court, you have to give me your money.
Give me your fucking money.
Thanks to a kind member of the public in the gallery, I here have a threepenny bit. Now, to see if it fits. Oh my balls. My word,
You
it
got
couldn't be more snug. Can I keep this? Yes, as I suspected. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Altamont Gas Company is being defrauded.
Well, I don't believe it. Oh, she's taller than I thought she was.
Where did I go? So, your assertion amounts to what? That some inferior bar of soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas? Yes.
I mean, literally, why else would that be there, Vonzies?
Yeah. The depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit. I must concur, at least, that pushing a coin with some force into a poor quality bar of soap such as this is a remarkably simple way of replicating the coin's shape. And then you could use, well, some melted wax or something to pour into the mold. You can make fake coins in no time. Okay, so maybe it wasn't using soap, but, you know, some kind of wax instead. And then he still melted the wax on the floor. This brings all the pieces of the puzzle together. It's the method that Mr. Shamspear has been using to steal gas. That's the missing link. And now, if I follow the chain of thought, it's going to bring me to a new explanation for what happened that nobody's considered yet.
But this is all nonsense. If the man had been making fake coins, my worker here would have found them when he emptied the meter.
Did you just forget the hole? Quite true, Lady Altamont. In the absence of some black magic that could make them disappear. Shit. I see. That's what we're dealing with, is it? There is one form of black magic.
Are you kidding
that
me
could
right now?
cause the fake coins to disappear into thin air, yes.
Yeah, a hole?
Exactly. And the meter here gives it away.
What on earth?
There are remnants of the magical method, used visible in the gas meter taken from the victim's room. If that is your assertion, counsel, the defense will identify these remnants for the court at once. Where on the meter can the remnants of the method used to make the fake coins disappear be seen?
Right there.
I thought it was the hole. This is quite a tough padlock.
What are you doing, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, I was just seeing if it was possible to force it open.
If you break it, I'm afraid you'll be forced to pay a fine.
Oh no. Well, that was close then. I'm still be a little sooner next time.
Right.
I think it's
this?
the hole that they're talking about.
Oh, I thought that was too obvious.
Because, I mean, like, if they melted it through the hole.
Yeah.
There's this little hole in the bottom of the meter here, isn't there? And it looks as though it was made by somebody who didn't really have the right tools.
It does actually go all the way through into the inside, though it's hard to see unless you look closely. In fact, it goes right into the part of the meter where the money ends up.
I suppose it's nothing then.
Oh?
Well, you couldn't possibly extract a coin through such a small hole, could you?
No, I suppose not.
And then the question remains, why would someone go through the effort of making the hole here? Present.
Got it!
We found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window. Outside? Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Meadman, were loitering in the freezing winter air. That's where we found this soap. Ugh, I get it. That's right. The answer, of course, is ice. Did you say ice? Mr. Shakespeare has been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening filled with water.
Oh.
Okay, so with ice instead of like wax or something. After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning. Then he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, getting them by morphed in spades.
Honestly, that's pretty smart, though.
That is smart. As his room becomes very comfortably warm, the ice now inside the meter's coin box melts, turning back into water, and draining harmlessly away through the small hole made in the underside of the meter.
I will say, if he had made, like, a very small hole, like, closer to the sides, he probably could have got away with that.
Yeah.
But he made the hole so fucking obvious.
That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing Altamont gas. Okay.
Just like that. So simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots?
Yes.
He's been fooling us all with some bars of soap and some water.
That's right, madam.
I don't believe it. It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meter? And now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it
Hey, don't blame
totally
me.
useless, you fucking bitch. Anyways,
I'm fairly sure I didn't design it.
evidence. What?
Sorry? I'm
I
giving you
want
an
evidence.
explanation.
If you're going to stand there and tell us that our meters are rubbish, I want to see proof.
Bro,
we
this
just showed you.
This doesn't negate the fact that there was no money in there. So
I know.
obviously something is at play here.
And also we can show you that there's shit because there's literally a goddamn hole in the bottom.
And there's also what's a puddle on the floor.
Literally.
She's very good at enforcing accountability, isn't she?
Very well, Lady Altamont. If you like evidence, I'll provide it.
What? Mr. Naruhodo, are you saying you do actually have evidence to support this theory?
I did notice a trace of something that bothered me a little at the time. And I have a feeling that this theory we've come up with now could explain it. The piece of evidence that substantiates the theory about Mr. Shakespeare stealing gas is the freaking water.
The freaking water.
So I guess present the photo.
Oh.
Take that!
This is a photograph of the scene at the point at which the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. And it clearly shows the remnants of a crime carried out by Mr. Shakespeare. What remnants? Use your friggin' eyes. Here you can see the gas meter on the wall in Mr. Shakespeare's room. Now, look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter. Stupid.
What is that? Some kind of grubby stain. Grubby.
Almost certainly, it's a water stain resulting from the liquid that drained out of the hole made in the meter. If one coin gives around 2 hours of gas usage, and the occupant was cleaning his room all the waking hours, we can imagine he would have used around 10 of his fake coins each day. The melting ice inside the meter's coin box would have been dripping out almost constantly, leaving a stain on the floor.
This is awful.
And there's further evidence, too. Mr. Shansbeard slumped over on this table, apparently having consumed strychnine. And right there next to him is a bar of soap, broken in half.
You're right.
It would appear to me then, counsel, that the man was eating the soap, was he? Fucking weirdo. Pardon me if I disagree with your lordship, but certainly not.
He didn't beat around the bush there, did he?
In truth, Mr. Shansbeard was found with a fork in his hand. A meal of soap is sounding increasingly likely, Lord Francis. Do you mean to say he was using that fork to... Yes. To extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap.
But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well.
Good gracious. Wiggity whack.
Wiggity wiggity whack.
Damn it. Have another. Ah!
My eyeball!
Lord Von Zeeks. Don't. I was throwing my hand up in despair. And happened to catch my hallowed bottle in the way. Pray forgive my maladroit mistake. What is the meaning of this, counsel? Allow me to pose my lord friend a question. What exactly did you establish with your most recent cross-examination? That is kind of awkward. We didn't really get anywhere. Well...
That Mr. William Shakespeare
Shithead.
is a liar and a thief. In other words, that his testimony is unreliable.
That's it. That's exactly it. That does call his credibility in question. Very well, let us assume the man is a liar. Now allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make? Well... Come on, big boy. We know that suicide can be discounted. Scotland Yard's investigation revealed no sign of another vessel that contained poison. And on the night in question, there were no visitors to the room except the accused. Well, the young gasman's testimony, which had no reason to doubt, has confirmed that. Wow! Furthermore, the only possible way the poison could have entered the victim's body is via the tea. Via fuck. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise. Even if William Shakespeare is the liar you claim him to be, these facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping it. I want to rip your teeth out.
Oh god.
No! Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecutor calls for immediate education. Energetic fucking... yeah, you know the term.
You... What?
So is he just calling for another trial day?
I assume so.
Order! Order! Well, counsel, how does the defense respond? Because, I mean, the jurors are still on our side.
What was the point of that last cross-examination?
Didn't even go anywhere?
Or did it make no difference at all in Lord Von Zeeks' saying?
I guess, raise an objection.
No, this isn't over. The defense will not rest.
What? But, counsel, you've successfully explained everything. You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous fuckhead method employed by Mr. Shakespeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss?
Lord Von Zeeks just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point.
But contrary to what he said, what it would have the court, not all of them have objectively been established at all. What are you trying to say, my deceased friend? At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption made due to a lack of evidence. Ugh, you little... But the situation has changed now, following the cross-examination of the latest witnesses to take the stand. Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense? You look ugly. Yes, when you bring everything that we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear. There's a question that we now need to reconsider. Namely, was someone else responsible? Was there another visitor? Was the poison in the tea? Or was there another visitor? I mean, I guess if we're saying there was another visitor, the meterman technically would have been there
Yeah.
to inspect the box. What if the victim did in fact have another visitor besides Mr. Natsume? If that's your assertion, by all means, tell us who it was. Yes, well... Well, who was this mysterious third-party counsel? I think it's a little too soon to be naming names, my lord. Alright, I guess I was wrong. On the contrary, it's a little too late, much like your defense. Gah!
No.
But we've shown so much. Situation's changed, I'm sure of it. He's trying to make more ice coins on the night in question. I really feel like that's a clue here. It is pointing us towards something.
Something else.
Alright, namely, it's a what? Okay, well, it's not another visitor. Maybe the poison? We've all been led to believe that the strychnine poison that afflicted Mr. Shamspeare was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume. But that's conjecture at best.
Objection!
Okay. The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There was no other possibility. And since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of the poison.
Objection!
As I said, the situation has changed. Because in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. Oh, okay. I think I see where they're going with this. And a particular piece of evidence proves it.
Objection!
A ludicrous claim. Scotland Yard detectives investigated the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed? The defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof.
Is it just the tea ring?
What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea? So I wonder if instead of ice, or like, water, he was using the tea instead.
Oh.
But wait, actually... But that doesn't really explain how he got poisoned.
I know that at one point they found tea on the thingy. Like, you remember when he found tea, like, by the door because Natsume had brought over tea and then left it on the table next to the door?
Maybe the...
I think it's this, because there's tea remaining in the cup.
Alright, we could try that, and then if not, maybe the crime scene photo if that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Take that!
What exactly is this piece of evidence supposed to reveal? Well, I suspect it may possibly fucking, if we dig deep enough, it'll tell us. Then you'll be digging for a very long time indeed, you moron. Oh. Well, even at the bottom of the deepest chasm, you will find no sense in that absurd assertion. What? Dang it. Sometimes I wish I could just disappear down a deep chasm. Before you answer again, think again. What evidence from the scene of the crime can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea? I don't know, maybe it would be the crime scene photo. Because I don't really understand how the envelope would be relevant. Let's see. Small quantity, toxic effects, 30 minutes after ingestion, high likelihood of the substance being mixed with the tea. No sample can be obtained. Poisoning is occurring around 1:30 a.m. Damn. Maybe... There, it said there was a reddish medallion in the soap.
Yeah.
So I think... Okay, so I think my initial assumption was right. I think he used the tea and poured it in that indentation and froze it. So the tea was used in the mold. So I don't know if it's either... It might be the soap.
Yeah.
So try presenting that.
Take that!
Good gracious. The soap, again. Same bottle the victim used to fashion his coins of ice. Yes, that's right, my lord. It's just come back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday.
Oh.
It's more bars of soap.
Soap? What are parts of soap do we line up on a ledge outside the window? I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar. So you discovered the gas thief's coin factory. Fascinating. In a way, yes. But there's more. The coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice. There was something strange about them, you mean?
You mean?
Exactly. Something very obviously strange. They were red. The ice was red. No, you mean... Oh, I do, big boy. That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made from frozen tea. Ugh.
I hate that sprite so much. It's so ugly.
What?
What?
I would remind the court of a statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in the trial. I'm here. That evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shakespeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result! Never will I touch tea again, never! Ah, yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains in the East End are prone to freezing. So on the night in question, Mr. Shakespeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins. My word! That is crazy. There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene.
That's right, and we only borrowed some of them, or one of them.
Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime. Frozen solid in a bar of soap outside Mr. Shakespeare's window. Extraordinary. Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that if even 1 drop of the tea remained, Scotland Yard would be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been mere conjecture, by finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contains strychnine at all. And I think we should find that out in the next episode. You smug Nipponese! So next time on the Great Ace Attorney Resolve, we're gonna test to see if there was actually poison in this tea or not.
Yeah.
Chances are probably not. Unless they want the trial to go on longer, then there will be. But, I don't know, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
So, as always, if you all enjoyed and want to show some love and support for this series and the channel, you know what to do. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next episode.